You'd better have coin to pay for your drinks. There's no handouts here. Mm-hmm.
Need something? Take a look.
Yeah.
I have no business with you.
Got a lot of nerve. Some may call this junk. Me? I call them treasures. Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for conversation, the flagon isn't the place. Vekel and me, we have a thing going. So I recommend you keep your hands off the merchandise.
I have not always been a ragged beggar. I learned my art from the masters of the art of flesh sculpture. I studied with the faculty of chirurgeons and Cloudrest. I walked with the hollow-faced men of Notahogra for 3 years. I count the nobility of both the Empire and the Dominion among my clients. And yet, I have fallen so low that I must justify myself to a wanderer in the sewers of this backwater of the world. Change it. I can remake your face, if that's what you desire. I do not practice my art for free, however. I doubt you can afford my services. You have the smell of the vagabond about you. Indeed, it is no small thing to submit yourself to the flesh sculptor's knife. All right, then.
What now?
I give special rates to thieves will. I could fix you.
What was that? You puny weak.
Damn you!
You're a fool to fight. I'll see you by these smears. You won't get away from me.
Pathetic!
I'll skin you.
Expecting that, were you?
Bastard! That's all. God. Nice. Hey.
Never fought harder in years.
Is someone there?
Hide from me.
Here we go.
No!
Gonna die for that.
Come on. Show it old man what you got. Damn, do your worst.
Stand a chance.
This is the end for you.
Years. I'm listening.
Now you're mine. Are you prepared to
The
die?
whites hate you!
Come to laugh at the grave tender? If you're trying to ask if I tend the Hall of the Dead alone, then the answer is yes. You think anyone around here is going to lift a shovel to help me? Guess again. Leave the dirty work to old Alessandra. Look, I didn't ask for this job. I got stuck with it thanks to my father. My father was a priest of Archay. All my life was spent around the dead, being forced to learn the proper burial rituals and prayers. I never had any friends. Who'd want to spend time with the weird little girl who hangs around dead people? So I grew up with a miserable trade. This is all I know how to do. Prepare and inter the deceased. I'd like to make the journey to the Hall of the Dead in Whiterun, and give my ceremonial dagger to Anders, the caretaker. I believe once it's interred with my father's remains, I'll be at peace with his memory. I hadn't asked you because I was afraid you'd say no. I appreciate your help. Here, I'm entrusting you with the dagger. Bring it to Anders and he'll take care of the rest. A priest of Archay is entrusted with a ceremonial dagger once they've completed their training. It's usually given by the head priest who sanctified the ritual. In my case, the head priest happened to be my father. The thing is, I never wanted to follow in his footsteps. In some ways, I still don't. I had to, for honor's sake, but I had waited too long. My father died before he could see my training to completion. When I finally became a priest, they gave me the new high priest's dagger, but I already owned my father's. So you see, I have to return it. It breaks tradition, and I need to tell him that I finally did what he wanted. Be cautious. The pilgrimage to the shrine is not an easy one.
Protect yourself right. Buy armor
Rare
from
trinkets
Grelka.
and the finest oddities from Morrowind.
Learn a library's
Buy
worth of
some armor
knowledge.
and live to tell about it.
Gleaming gemstones over here.
Excuse me, Sarah. Have you seen my pa? Well, he was trading at the market stalls, and then he was gone. And I can't find him.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
But he's got red hair, like me. And a big bushy beard. Oh, won't you help me find him? He's got a scar on his chin shaped like a star, and a big fat belly.
Protect yourself right. Buy armor from Grelka.
Fine, stupid skeever brain. Notice what? I don't need money. I told you Pa has a big belly and keeps me fed.
Buy some armor and live
You
to
need to
tell
get your
about
eyes checked, Captain. Seems to me like you're just a big bully harassing some poor kid. Maybe you tried to kidnap me and I stuck you where the sun don't
it.
shine.
Looking to stay alive?
Or you
Take
can
a
let me
chance.
slip off without a fuss and we'll be as merry as a mid-year morning. Sounds like you're stolen till a guard walks past and nabs me. Why risk it? What's in it for me?
Protect yourself right. Buy armor from Grelka.
Rare trinkets and the finest oddities from Morrowind.
Fair trade,
Buy
Captain.
some armor and
For
live
a
to
few
tell about
clink,
it.
I'll sing like a sparrow. So what do you want?
Looking to stay alive?
Pa's a
Why take
sailor with a
chance?
kid in every port from Sardinian to Stros Mackay. One of them ports is Windhelm, and one of them kids is me. Ma's a skooma fiend. She likes to go where the skooma is. One day she went off into the ratways to get us some more, and never came back. Probably murdered for the click she had on her.
Armor from Grelka.
Or maybe it was the skooma that done her in. Don't matter all that much to me. If she showed up here tomorrow night, right as rain, I'd spit right in her face and tell her to go kiss a daydruff. I'll take care of myself.
Buy some armor and live to tell about it.
So you wanted them bleeding hearts to pinch symptoms from all the time then? I got my scalp and my wits and all my fingers. I don't get lonesome.
Jewelry, legendary Argonian craftsmanship.
I got me a bedroll right by the fire in Beggar's Row.
Why take a
Would be
chance?
aces if Edda didn't snore.
Buying and selling fine jewelry here.
Riften is a stink hole, full to bursting with suckers of all kinds. You got the lovers coming in all trussed up to get troughed at the temple, giggling like maids. You got the guards who don't know a dog from a dragon, and the city folk who seem to want to get robbed
Buy
blind.
some armor and live to tell about it.
Jewelry, legendary Argonian
Yeah, well, neither can I. I do what I have to get by. Not everyone gets to snuggle up in the warm beds,
stay
Mama
alive?
and Papa
Why take a
reading them some
chance?
foolish story about heroes and maidens and loincloths.
Protect yourself right. Buy
You're
armor
joking?
from Grelka.
There will always be that stinker of a fool ready to pat my head and lose their purse. Or a fellow sneaky type wanting the freshest news that's trickled down into the gutter. And when fools are short, there's always skeevers to eat.
Tell about it.
Cook up nice with a touch of pilfered garlic and a dab of lifted lavender. Lots of skeevers in the Warrens. I don't like it down there though. Full of crazies and some mage type who sets my spine a tingling.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
legendary Argonian craftsmanship.
What you want to hear? That I want to be some big famous adventurer or some whale and bard crooning for the Jarl of Solitude. Those are stupid kid dreams.
Protect yourself.
What do you want for it?
Buy armor from Grelka.
Oh, alright. Thanks, I suppose. Goodbye then.
Get for sale. Live for thousands of years. See into other people's thoughts.
Buy some armor and live to tell about
Beautiful
it.
baubles and gleaming gemstones over here. Skyrim.
All meats guaranteed.
Learn a
Clean and
library's
free
worth
from
of knowledge
rot
in moments, or grow back that missing limb with my genuine Falmer blood and
I'm really getting tired of your excuses. When you borrowed the money, you said you'd pay it back on time and for double the usual fee.
I don't know you. You and Riften looking for trouble? Don't say something you'll regret. Last thing the Blackbriars need is some loudmouth trying to meddle in their affairs.
Everything else is your problem.
The Blackbriars have Riften in their pocket and the Thieves Guild watching their back, so keep your nose out of their business. Me? I'm Maul. I watch the streets for 'em. If you need dirt on anything, I'm your guy. But it'll cost you. Suit yourself. I'll be at the docks if you change your mind. Hey, you. Get over here. I want to talk to you.
Riften's under my protection.
Another run-in
watch
with
yourself.
it.
Lone travelers can find these woods a little treacherous. Come on now. My carriage is the safest way to travel. Need a ride? Until next time. Until next time. I can take you to any of the hold capitals. You can get a room at the Bee and Barb, but mind your corners. It's no secret the Thieves Guild makes its home here. Oh, and if you meet Maeve and Blackbriar, stay on her good side. This is her city, and nobody else's. Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Never been to Whiterun before? The Jarl's Palace is something to see. Dragon Search, they call it. Big old dragon skull hanging on the wall.
by Izmir, it's true. A jester, funny suit and all. Just north, by the Loria's farm. Fool had a coffin in a cart with a broken wheel. Like to see him laugh his way out of that.
I wouldn't wander here alone at night. Come on now. My carriage is the safest way to travel.
But you were gone longer than usual. I got to thinking maybe you weren't coming back.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Great for help.
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
Oh.
Welcome to Bellathor's General Goods. Welcome indeed. I'd even buy one of your relatives if you're looking to sell. Yeah, that's a little joke. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. Do come back.
foolish old woman. You know nothing. Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
Nothing. And what of myself?
A few symptoms for my supper is all I ask.
Your son chose his side. He chose poorly, and now he's
I know
gone.
your family's
Such
honor
is
is
the way of
important to
war.
you,
The sooner
but we
you
can't
accept his
afford.
loss, the better.
Battleborn, give me your money.
I can't get the sword on my own.
I don't have any money. You better give me some right now.
Tell me, do you believe in mighty Arche, god of life and death? I'm glad to know that, because I need your help. You see, I've lost something precious. My amulet of Arche. It's the source of my divine powers and also a sacred badge of office. I misplaced it in the catacombs. I'd look for it, but I have been hearing noises down there. I fear the dead have become restless. Without that amulet, I'm powerless to confront them. Would you be willing to search for it? I'll just wait here and make sure nothing foul escapes the catacombs. She finally decided to return it to her father. Bless her heart. I will make sure this finds its way to his tomb as soon as possible. Thank you for bringing it, my child. The blessing of Arche be upon you. I spend so much time among the dead, I sometimes forget how much I miss the company of the living. Oh, thank Archay! Please, take this gold for your troubles. It was a pleasure. You and me, we're the only people around who aren't complete fools. With this terrible war, I'm a bit overwhelmed.
Yes. I study corpses. I am, after all, a priestess of Kinnereth. On the contrary, I'm doing independent research on the nature of death. If we can better understand how an injury or illness kills, we'll be more adept at applying a remedy. Although, given the state of the temple, I can see why you'd mistake a healer for an undertaker. I do find humor deflects the more unsavory aspects of handling bodies. For instance, in Eastmarch, there's a priestess of Archay named Helgerd. She was a lot funnier than me. Smarter, too. She could pinpoint the cause of death by studying the corpse's exterior. She could determine the time by markers of decay. 2 reasons, really. The Temple of Kinnereth, and the ample supply of bodies. It allows me to conduct my research while still upholding my duties as a priestess. Of course, the corpses here aren't the only specimens worth study. There's also the men. Currently, I'm deducing the nature of poison. It seems that regardless of the substance, the body has a threshold which cannot be surpassed. This can vary depending on the substance. For instance, the toxicity of nightshade is far higher than that of jasbay grapes. A jasbay grape, on the other hand, can leave you susceptible to destruction magic. All things, when consumed in enough quantity, can kill. It is. There's a story, in fact, of a man who drank from a fountain that was rumored to restore youth. An elderly man, he consumed water from dawn until dusk, until his stomach bloated like a gourd. The sun hadn't set when the man collapsed and died. It turns out he succumbed to water poisoning. For him, water was the source of all death. Similarly, as poison is in the dose, mortality is bound to time. A simple cut, if allowed to fester, can be fatal. While some areas are more tolerant than others, preventing death is simply a matter of restoring a wound within that set window. That's why efficiency is crucial in the field. Many deaths happen because there's simply not enough time to find a healer. True, both healing spells and potions restore the body as a whole. But most of this energy seems wasted in the process. Plenty. You just have to ask the right questions. Sorry, that's an old necromancer joke. I couldn't resist. Basically, I need test subjects for my restoration research. The dead tell me how certain ailments work. Unfortunately, unlike exterior damage, it's difficult to pinpoint injuries and disease that happen within. You have to dissect the body and look for patterns. Then you compare the results with healthy bodies that died from more obvious wounds. I never implied my work was solely on the dead. I used to experiment on small animals. I'd make cuts in multiple locations and attempt to heal only one of the incisions. If the spell succeeded, I would compare the result to a traditional healing spell, as well as the amount of magicka required to cast it. But this presented a new dilemma. Trapping wild animals isn't as easy as opening a coffin. There's also the matter of the screaming. Animals can be quite obnoxious when cut or burned. It's as if they don't understand the concept of research. Yes, it'd be nice if they could volunteer. Not to be eaten, of course. I suspect that would make it more difficult to eat them. The noises they made were such that I had to abandon my testing. Fortunately, I found a suitable replacement. Me. Twice, but only to heal myself afterwards. The problem is that so far, only one spell has been required to mend both wounds. By concentrating its effects at a specific area rather than the body as a whole. For a Master of Restoration, sure, the point is moot. Even a grand healing spell is but a portion of their magicka reserve. But for a novice mage or spell sword, the amount saved on magicka potions alone could be substantial. I have no doubt it would, but I don't like support, and Skyrim has no shortage of test subjects. A summoner attempted to conjure up one of the guards a warm bed. They both burned to death. Troll savagely beat a man near Chilfaro Farm. He died, but not before they managed to gnaw off half his face. And before you ask, no, it wasn't Nazim. Farewell.
The pilgrimage is complete. I can feel it. I felt a caress on my cheek some time ago. I thought it to be a trick of the wind, but I think it was a message from my father. We've made peace with one another without even uttering a single word, and I'm content for the first time in my life. I thank you. Here, please accept this as a token of my appreciation for your selfless action. Take care of yourself. Got a pretty full stock of potions and alchemy reagents. Pardon me, but do I detect a case of the rattles? I've got something for that. Come back anytime if you need a I... Cures for all ills, and I'll be happy to serve you.
Let me know if you see anything you like.
I'd even buy one of your relatives if you're looking. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. Do come back. You just let me know what you need. Of course. Remember, I'll give you the best deals.
That's a decent weapon you've made there. Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside. Plenty. I'd say we're prosperous enough. Most folk don't go hungry, if they're willing to work hard. The city's ruled by the Jarl up in Dragon's Reach. That's the fortress there, up on the tall hill. But you're probably more interested in your Vasker, Mead Hall of the Companions. Their deeds of war and valor are legendary. Yes, actually. How about you smith me an iron dagger? Here's everything you need to make one. Go ahead. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything. Have you met my father? Not bad, but it's a little dull. How about you sharpen it up? Just need a bit of metal and the grindstone over there. Thanks for the business. I help my father in more ways than... This looks good. You put time into your blades, they'll serve you well when you need them. You want to keep helping? How about you make some armor? Let's start by tanning some leather on the rack. Mm-hmm. Got some good pieces out. Ah, good. A lot of weapons and armor need leather for straps, fittings, that kind of thing. Let's see if you can make a hide helmet. Here's the rest of what you need. All right, then. Have you met my father? I should hire you to be my assistant at this rate. Let's improve the fit. Take this leather to the workbench over there. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything. I help my father, and you have talent. Keep working at your craft and you'll be a fine smith one day. Why don't you keep that dagger and helmet? Maybe you will remember me when you're making Skyforged steel, huh? Thanks for the business. What are you doing that for?
Need something?
Let me know if you see anything you like. Ah, hello, my Nord friend. In the market for some hunting supplies? Try Hulda, the innkeeper at the Bannered Mare. It's just up the road near the market. You should check in at Dragon's Reach, too. There's so much going on these days. The Jarl or his steward might have need of help. Thank you very much for your business.
Fresh-baked loaves, still warm from the oven.
Watch what you're doing.
Thank you.
Come on in.
Thank you.
We got warm
No,
food,
please.
warm drinks,
Hold your
and warm
applause.
beds.
One more song. What say you? Yeah? All right then. Now, oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to white.
One of these days, I really have to get something that's more comfortable to wear and easier to put on.
If it's work you need,
How about chopping up some wood for the fires?
All the gold in Hammerfell isn't worth cleaning up another
Sure
pool
thing.
of vomit.
It's yours for a day. I assume you saw the Gildergreen? Big tree, all burnt up, in the middle of the Wind District? It's part of the Temple of Kinnareth. People want Danica to do something about it, but I don't know what they expect.
Here. I'll have to talk with Balgruff and get that fool cast out for
Here,
good.
take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter. I'll show you to your room, right this way.
Greetings, traveler. You're just in time. There's some stew on the fire. If you're hungry, Hulda has some stew straight from the fire and some mead to sate your thirst. I know just what you mean. The journey here was difficult, but the Bannered Mayor is all right. The gold, mainly, but there wasn't much of a choice before I did. It was either work on a farm and pray the bandits didn't get you, or join the Legion for a life of regimented boredom. As you can see, I chose my own life, and I haven't looked back since. I'm a traveler of sorts. I spend most of my days working at the inn, helping serve drinks and the like. On occasion, some of my other skills are of use. Sometimes it's for my own pleasure, sometimes it's for the gold. Either way, it's my choice, and Hulda keeps an eye out for me. I suppose, but I do more than serve the ale. I try not to drink either. The last time that happened, it caused a fight that spilled into the streets. Even old Balgruff came down from Dragon's Reach. It was quite a sight. And? How many people have you killed simply on a whim, or without even talking to? How many thousands of septums worth of items have you stolen from people who needed it more? I am not some bandit's concubine. I make a choice to live this way. I enjoy it, and there's nowhere safer than the mayor. I make an honest living, meet some nice people, and have fantastic sex from time to time. The gods gave me this body after all, and I'm more than happy to use it. Oblivion knows I'd be doing this anyway. Why not for gold, too? Your choice, traveler. All I ask is that you keep what I've said in mind.
This is an ode to Skyrim's staunch protectors, the Imperials. We drink to our youth.
Sadia, wake up,
Days
dear.
come and gone.
Yes, Mom.
For the age of aggression